Hello, Rob here from the Flanagan Homestead. Welcome to episode 1 of building a Hobbit house. You can see the Hobbit house behind me here. In today's episode, I'm going to show you the just choosing the site and excavating, but each week or thereabouts, I'm going to try to release another episode of how it was to build this Hobbit house on my own. I'm doing almost all the work myself. I sketched it out, I drew it, designed it, engineered the trusses, built the trusses, and just the other day the boys helped me get this far. So I'm far enough along, I'm going to start releasing video of what I'm doing. Now I know I'm a Flanagan Homestead channel, and so those of you that have been watching me doing my farming and gardening, Christmas tree farm, goats, sheep, all those other things, I do have a little bit of land out in the country, and this property that I'm standing on, I'm renting out a couple RV pads, and I also have a public restroom so I can do hipcamp.com and do campsites, which I've done, but I've shut that down until I could do something special. And you know, HipCamp and other people said if you do something unique that will draw people, you'll do much better. So I'm already making money on the property, renting out the 2 RV pads, and so I've closed down the campground and I'm building myself a Hobbit house, and I'm going to be renting this out. Obviously it's kind of a mess, the property, and we're in a construction site, but I look forward to building this whole thing. Yes, I'm going to bury it under the ground, grow grass on top, try to get some nice grass out here, which is all torn up right now from construction, and just make it look very hobbity. Anyway, thanks for joining me to episode 1. I think I finally got my site for my Hobbit house selected here at the base of these trees. I thought I was going to do it down by the pond, but the pond isn't turning out to be as glorious as I had hoped just yet. The improvements are coming, but then also I have an RV right next to the pond, and so if you're going to be having people come up and stay in a Hobbit house, they need to have a little bit of privacy. Plus it's a little bit further from the road. So let's take a look at what we're doing here. I've got this more gradual slope hill coming down. I've got a fairly level area for a camping ground. This area is overgrown. I started to develop this last year, then left it. I've got other things to do, but you can see my spool picnic table right there, a nice big maple up here for shade. I've got some more level area, not level, but more level, that we could set up, you know, put some grass area in, or have a place to move around, maybe another tent if they wanted it. But I'm gonna probably come up here, and this is all flat right here. I had flattened it out to be able to put a tent site, but we're going to go right into the hillside here. These trees are going to have to go. These 2 alders are dead already. Anyway, it looks like this one's picking up the disease and going to die. This maple's healthy, but it's going to go. So these will go out of here, and I'm going to dig back into this bank and see if it's a nice place for a Hobbit house. All right, first things first, let's see if we can get these trees out of the way. I think I'm going to try to get up with the excavator up behind the hill, use the gravity of the hill and push the trees out. The ground is a little bit firmer, now actually a lot firmer. It's a lot of clay soil, and it hasn't rained in a couple months, so it's pretty hard, so I don't know how well the stumps will just pop out. You can see I'm not in my normal work clothes. I'm wearing shorts right now. I wasn't planning to do this, so I don't have a chainsaw or anything else right here. So I'm hoping I could just push it out, one big chunk, pick it up with the excavator and get it out of the way, and start digging from there. In case you're wondering, the property that I'm working on is a 7-acre property. It is mostly very sloped. The part where I'm driving up the excavator is one of the more gradual sloped spots right now. In choosing the spot, I looked all over the property. There's other good places, but they were so far away from where the bathroom will be, and I couldn't drive a vehicle anywhere near it. I didn't think those were appropriate, but this had the nice slope. It has the maple trees for shade, a nice level spot for a yard, so I just felt that this was going to be the best spot. These trees that are going down, I do have a firewood stand out on the entrance to my property, and I do quite well selling bundles of firewood, so that's where these trees that are being knocked down are going to end up. Another nice feature about this spot is you can see that it drops into a ravine behind where I'm working right there. There is a small year-round creek down there that I've created a few small pools that are a nice setting for people to go down and enjoy, and it's refreshing. As I mentioned earlier, the ground is really hard right now because this clay is dry and it's almost turned into concrete. Getting the stumps out are going to require a significant amount of digging around the edges and breaking up the roots. It's not going to just pop out like it might in the middle of the winter. And then I'm going to start digging down. I don't have a lot of footage of it, and I don't need to show just regular digging, but I am going to dig out and get level a spot in this hillside that's big enough for the Hobbit house. So when I say Hobbit house, it's really more like a Hobbit room, about the size of a kid's bedroom. And so I'm going to lay out forms that are 12 feet by 12 feet, and you'll see that here in just a minute. Yeah, I've been working on other projects for a couple days, so I have been working on this for a little bit. My goal today is to get the final grading done and get the forms built. This is a form that is big enough for the slab that the Hobbit house is going to sit on, but I will also do a monopour with the foundation, so around the edges where the boards are, it will be deeper, so it'll get more of a foundation effect. As I'm doing this, I just laid out my 12 by 12, my 12 foot 2x4s. Just approximately to see where we're at. I do need to clean up a little bit of dirt around here, but I can't quite get this board to the corner yet because we've got this hillside that's sticking out too far. So before I start nailing everything together, I just laid this out to give me a better idea. And this hillside's got to be cleaned up. Some of this dirt that's left off here, I want to get most of this done with the excavator because doing this by hand is not fun. So there you have it, episode 1 of building a Hobbit house. There will be many more episodes to come. If you want to see all the steps to building a Hobbit house, please subscribe to the channel. And I'll try to keep each video reasonably short, but show the key points that I needed in building the Hobbit house. Thanks for joining me on the Flanagan Homestead, where Christmas trees are my business, teaching, including horticulture, is my job, and outdoor projects are my passion. Hope to see you again soon. Be blessed, everyone.